Oh.
Chihiro.
She's just entered as Chihiro.
When the 2188 Professor Chihiro Morimura's memories were restored to Chihiro, she witnesses the destruction caused by the kaiju invasion and the extent of the situation's deviation from her original plan for Project Arc. Chihiro decides that for her plan to succeed, she'll need a fresh start with a new world devoid of all these problems and variables. Although they are both Chihiro Morimura and her efforts to enable Operation Aegis were obstacles to the original plan, so Chihiro kills her.
See, but the dead Morimura knew that another loop was impossible. So what is, Mura 88 not know, if anything, or what were you mistaken about? The loop is no longer possible. After hearing a loop was no longer possible. Okay. And what's with your? Here's the other question: is her loyalty to the final guy is now curious, isn't it?
Yeah, Gouto.
It's okay, so are we getting into another fucking love-based motivation?
Oh,
is it another romantic-based motivation?
I guess we'll have to see.
Humanity under the bus for that, Maybe, maybe not. But why go so far? Unless that or blackmail. But what is blackmail in the infinite future? Almost. Here we go.
Kengo Ogata.
Sound only. Nice, clean, last-minute reference to the fucking Sele Dominoes in Evangelion. Father of 2188, Nenji Ogata, as well as chairman of the Shikishima group. He died in 2187, left behind a simulated AI construct of his personality, responsible for manipulating Morimura and pressing Project Arc forward, planning to revive himself through the use of the Interlocutor cloning technology on the New Earth. Of course. Yeah, I mean, it's not even, if someone was going to be about that reanimation, and when Mura 88 showed up, it was she didn't seem as jazzed about it as expected, but definitely, they set a lot of that up. Also called the command ship, or mothership in orbit. Chihiro accesses this in order to stop the mass production of Daimos. So that line about the memory being downloaded when she turned 18, what do you make of that?
The only thing that I'm reminded of is when Renya Gouto goes to pick her up, and then he's like, oh yeah, I need to help her get her memories back.
So the natural process was supposed to occur years later.
Yeah, and does that come in conflict with the loops and stuff?
Well, 18 is past 16, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So unless she was cloned at
a certain age
above 3,
who's to say? You know. But the natural plan would have been for her to become an adult, and then the consciousness takes over, because who wants to be a child? Being stuck in a child sucks.
Yeah.
But that's not what happened. They didn't have time. Things got fucked up. So instead they went through the process, and the wrong Morimura was grabbed early and put into baby body. And now we got Mura 88. Yeah. Okay. So close. So close.
Oh, you gotta unlock that shit.
What the fuck?
Why are you doing this to us?
What would happen that would cause this to be? Why would? Oh my god!
Maybe we could have gone to Renya, and then they would have said, "Finish Hijiyama and come back."
What a bullshit! Yeah. That's what would have happened. We could have gotten here, And then they would have said, no, now you have to go do fucking yakisoba.
But we
pod.
did it in the right order.
And that, yeah, totally. That's exactly what it was.
Only way to play the game.
You can feel it out. You can fucking feel it. God, he fucking rules, though, man.
Too cool for school.
A thinker. I love a thinker.
Meta-skill analysis. This shouldn't take too long.
Whoa.
I'll send you the data once it's ready.
That would be great.
What was the request?
But I must say, this is a surprise. Okino-kun really managed to push this through? Integrating this half-coded thing into the control system?
Thank you. No, well, Okino wanted to tell you that. Thank you.
Okino-kun said that?
He said the analysis wasn't complete yet. So he appreciates your help with all this.
I see.
To look at you, anyone might think you are just a child. But you must be a truly exceptional individual. The message was Okino's, and I'd like you to know I'm grateful as well. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must return to the battle.
That boy. So he appreciates me, does he? Well, that is a shame.
Oh god, commercial break moment.
Isn't ideal, but you know too much.
For the future.
Goodbye.
You cannot shoot me with that gun. So anyone who knows the truth of Aegis is a liability to you. And liabilities must be dealt with. Does that sum it up? If you recall, I specifically acquired this gun for your purposes. You had concerns about self-defense.
I can guess what happens next.
Bodied.
Now you're going to use it to shoot me.
The rating on the box is not NC-17. So maybe, maybe not.
Perhaps I wasn't clear. For safety reasons, neither one of us can be shot with this gun. I configured it very specifically. As I suspected, this gun records the time of its last discharge. And that time looks to be a near match for Miss Morimura's estimated time
Well,
of death,
shit.
which suggests you used this gun to murder her.
Bro, you forgot to use your gun in incognito mode? What were you thinking?
Now, on the day of the crime, you yourself were using the drone to keep tabs on Miss Morimura, weren't you? Based off of your expenses for that day, I presume you took a taxi to the crime scene.
How much do you have in that pocketbook? Were you just playing dumb this whole time? When did you realize? What gave away that I was the professor and not her?
There was a specific moment.
You bought a Whopper at Burger King. She doesn't like Burger
You
King.
described Miura as an excellent design engineer. But the Miura of 2188 was the design engineer, not him.
Oh, word? She fucked up? Oh my god. I bet you that was on camera. When they meet for the first time and he goes, "Are you my sister?" And she's like, "No, I'm something else now." Oh, fuck. Bitch. Yo, he rules.
What a god.
Untouchable.
What a god.
Untouchable.
Did they make him that cool on purpose?
Holy fuck. Someone said pancakes? What? Damn.
Yo, how?
What a beast.
Aha.
She runs away. This is not the first. This is not the one. It's the second part of that, isn't it? No, maybe it is. Shit.
Chihiro. Chihiro.
Yeah, she's dodging. Memory to the rabbit.
I suppose.
Shit. Are you
Better than okay. I've regained. I'm Chihiro.
more?
Walks in.
It's
Sometimes a bold change. You'd know that better, wouldn't you, Gouto-kun?
I didn't expect to see you here.
Renya Gouto. What the hell did you?
I don't appreciate that, but what you see here is she was never your little sister.
Shut up! I'm not listening to. I won't forgive you.
So we saw this
Understand the situation.
already understanding because we didn't come at it from his confusion point of
Chihiro,
view.
listen to your big brother.
Where exact back to 19? Don't you see? If we have any hope, we need to prioritize gaining control over all systems.
One of the earliest mentions of loop.
You've always been the dependable type. You used to be an excellent design engineer.
Oh my god, what a fucking...
How did he do that? How the fuck did he do that?
Well,
who is this guy?
Okay. No. To be fair, if you knew what he knew, and you were not us, and you were him in his body standing right there, and you heard her say that, your brain would go, when? Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Wouldn't, like, if you were him, you would look at that sentence and go, what? And you might even ask her about it afterwards. But
then if you ask and you expose yourself,
you're playing your
screwed.
card.
Yeah.
So he held on to it.
He is so good.
It's not even about the fucking slip up.
Oh my god, he's so good.
It's about holding the question. What a beast.
He's so good.
He held it. Because anyone immediately, you and I included, go, hey, what did you mean by that? And then she would have to go, something.
Wait, who are you? Who are you? And
Right?
how do you know this guy?
But knowing that nothing can be fucking trusted or seem to be what it is, checkmate.
Yeah, I would have spilled the beads right away.
Talking about.
She would have shot me 5 minutes after this.
What are you talking about? And he's wondering the same thing.
I'll always be on your side, Chihiro. That's what you told me, remember? So please, cooperate.
Stone face.
Is everything prepared, Gouto-kun?
He just put it on the table.
No, just put it on the
Put it on the table.
on the table.
Oh my god.
Fuck the table. Leave it on the floor. Leave it on the floor.
Oh mon Dieu.
See that shit? Toss it. Come back to it later. Didn't even flinch.
Good. Then I shouldn't waste any. Let's hurry.
Chihiro.
Don't even bother.
Besides, that conversation right there, that was some good shit. Don't worry about it.
Get out of my way. Chihiro is coming with me.
She's being targeted. And I highly doubt you have the...
What? Who would?
Hey, Sekigahara, should you decide to cooperate, let me know.
Now that's what I call keikaku. K Kakudori.
Sekiga.
Did you dig that out of Renya Goto's log too?
Beast.
No. That I learned through Miura, the AI of Sentinel number 17. He also told me about the existence of the logs.
There was also reason, like that reasonably could have been the Chihiro we thought she was, commenting on the Miura we knew, the other Miura we knew. Right? It's not, but you could weirdly make your brain just gloss over it, because that could be Loop 2 talking about Loop 2.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what happens to me now? If you're not killing me, I assume you're at least locking me up?
Considering what you did to Miss Morimura, I'm admittedly conflicted.
Good. Okay.
But giving into my emotional reaction wouldn't solve anything.
Fuck yeah.
Vengeance isn't going to bring her back. So, with that in mind, I would rather choose the path that gets me closer to the truth.
This is the best. This is the best. Oh my god, thank you. That is so satisfying to hear. Because I'm, in the end, ultimately going, anything is possible. So I know not to fucking lean too hard on any given narrative.
Yeah.
But why on God's green fucking earth, or the false replication of godsgreenearth.exe, are we actually still chill in the future in the battle working with the fucking murderer? What is the deal with everything being cool? Why are we still chill after that? That makes no sense. And we talked about how much I hate it when undue forgiveness shows up in your favorite animes and manga and video games. And this is the type of sentence that fucking explains why you'd be cool with it. No, it's not okay, but I'm making an objective decision that is for the best in the
You're
end.
acknowledging that this shit is
But
messed up.
you suck.
Yeah.
And what you did is shit.
That's amazing.
That is so important.
Yeah.
You know? You have to admonish it.
That is what I want now.
Perfect.
To see what lies at the end of all this. To see what she never could.
Absolute fucking God.
To go
You told the
beyond.
obvious lie. You made it clear Jiro Izumi was not your cup of tea. Yet you and Izumi shared an intimate relationship in the year 2188. That was clear enough from all the evidence I found.
Word? But
Visually. Okay. What's... Wait. Hold
I
up.
mean...
Hold up. The overarching plan was altered so that Chihiro
fuck the words, Reggie. Look at the picture.
What?
Young, sharp, handsome.
Woolie, please. Woolie, please. Okay?
A man with his whole future ahead of him.
God. You know, she's got it all, okay? Maybe that's what happens. She's smart. She lived. She has experience.
Damn. More like men of play.
Oh my god. Leave me alone. God damn it.
Even the placement seemed intentional. You and Izumi, together in Sector 1. You died before you could set up the memory transplant. At that point, I can only assume, Izumi sympathized with you and helped carry out your vision.
But wasn't that done by Okino? Oh, no. No, not the reset. The original placement. That's okay. So something we've never discussed, actually, that has come up a couple of times
Is how they start up.
is the default configuration.
Yeah.
Right? And the default configuration is I was trying to like determine if there was a pattern to it, and it seems like minimum 2 per sector, sometimes 3.
Okay.
Right? But like some people start in this is their home world.
Yeah.
Right? Home sectors. You know, Gouto's from 64. We know that the girls are from 25.
25, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, okay.
And I was just trying to wonder if there was anything to that necessarily, or if it was just whatever it was. But like, this is interesting that it's mentioning it because it's come up a couple times, and I was like, yeah, are the home sectors divided like an even pie for the distribution of them too?
Yeah.
But then the reason why I had to stop there is almost because I was like, okay, but wait, what about the people? No, hold on a second. 15 people, 5 slices, 3 per slice. No?
Well, I mean, the math adds up.
It gets a little fuzzy because they're not all playable. So like I kind of run into these like things where I'm thinking about all the playable characters, and then you're like, wait, Tamao was real.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Okino is not playable, but Okino was real. So like you kind of like get a little blur, you know, it gets a little blurry in that. But it seems as if you're looking at 3 per. No, I was going to say quadrant, but I guess
Quintants?
Quintent?
I don't know.
Quintent? Quindrant?
I don't know. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Okay. All
Parts
right.
of 5. Okay.
Yeah. So that's. I mean, you know, there might not be any rhyme or reason until this moment now. I got to use the bathroom real quick, though. I've been holding it in for a minute, so give me a second. So the fun part about getting up to go to the bathroom and taking a little break there is on the way. I get to pass by a little what's the word? For someone that jumps on a train, a stowaway. I get to pass by a little stowaway and be like, hey, what do you think about what's going on? And Punch Mom did mention, having reviewed everything much more recently than us, that we don't hear Morimura talking about where the idea of the loops being impossible comes from. She says it a couple times. She implies it, right? We hear her say it like to herself and then to others, and then we imply it and infer it in her conversation with Ida, but we don't know where the information came from. And the log does say she heard it, right? It does say that she was told that information. So we don't actually have the visual on like where that fact, you know, originated. Yeah. The placement in Sector 1. Izumi sympathized with you. You died before you could set up a memory transplant. I can only assume he sympathized with you and helped you carry out your vision. Yeah, and it did say in the log that he helped her by doing the by setting things up for her. Right? We did see the mention that Izumi 88 helped Morimura by setting up her shit. At some point, that came up.
I can certainly understand Kengo Ogata's motive. He just wants to live again. But you, why are you so intent on transplanting your memory?
Because there has to be a leader. Without someone to guide them, teams dissolve into fear, spite, resentment. It'd be the colony all over again.
I see. As I suspected. Your devotion to this goal is inspiring in some ways. Are you a gambling woman? I'd like to propose a bet. We'll leave the terminals alone for you. We won't let Aegis seal everything off. Your loop would still be viable.
And in exchange?
As it currently stands, it'd be impossible to revert to your original plan without some compromise. But consider this. Even this final phase won't truly be the end. We'll have plenty of struggles beyond it. Plenty more pain ahead of us. If we can prove to you that we will overcome that, if we prove to you that we can face the unknown, then are we not worthy to take up your cause, inheriting your goal, and seeing it through?
You make an interesting point.
We can solve this problem ourselves. So my proposal is this. Let us fight our war. No sabotage. If we fail, then I could hardly object to a reset anyway.
Dude.
That's
What?
that? You don't stand a chance.
Well, I suppose we'll see about that.
How to disarm somebody that has their own objectives. All right, no matter what happens, you win. But let us go the other way with it. How to eliminate an enemy from the equation entirely.
You win no matter what.
With just reasoning through it and proposing that the success that you are looking for can be, how about this? It's an option select.
Yeah.
The success you're looking for, turn it into an OS, right? Use it if we have no choice but to. Don't assume that we can't do it. Give us an opportunity to prove it first. Even though you pulled the trigger.
Yeah.
You pulled the trigger preemptively on yourself because this is what you believe is what a leader needs to do, right? In the same way, it reflects the types of actions she took in 88, right? Willing to do it, doing what has to be done in that way. It's not it, and he's not wrong in the sense that like conviction is conviction. You can see it through. It's consistent, and consistency is admirable. But yeah, her way being the only way, and coming to a point where you have to fight over that sabotage is not worth it when you can just talk your way to an optimal result and eliminate one more variable from the equation that's trying to sabotage your shit. In addition to fucking Ida prior to this doing his own thing. In addition to 426 doing you didn't know what at the time, but now you do. And then Okino, who you were talking to, but no one knows who's letting on who and who's letting who in on what.
Aegis activated. Is anyone too compromised to keep fighting?
We've barely had a moment to breathe. The girls may be pushing their
And
limits.
now we're in it.
I'm still okay. I can keep fighting.
Gouto is truly the GOAT. Truly.
We can protect two of them with Aegis. But we're on our own with the last terminal.
How much longer do we need to hold out?
We need to re-establish a connection with Miyuki Inaba. That's still 10 hours off.
10 hours we don't have.
But her plan is our last hope. Then we fight to the last, until we have nothing left.
The kaiju are heading for the next terminal.
Brace yourself, Keitaro. We are soldiers, and this is the moment we trained for.
And Okino already said it shouldn't be possible, but they're doing it anyway.
Hours, days, it doesn't matter. We'll hold
And
the
Gouto
line.
knows it's about proving the point.
Yeah.
Chihiro-san. You're listening, aren't you? If you're out there, please respond. Chihiro-san.
it now.
You know a way to link up with the command ship. One that doesn't rely on its position, don't you?
You're thinking of when I revised the decode.
Right now, we need that shortcut.
And this is where you reveal some new leverage over me. I can't wait to hear what log you found this time.
No. This time, I'm asking a favor.
You have to be joking. You do realize the position I'm already in?
I do. Even still, all I can do is beg. I just want us to have a chance.
This is the most idiotic... I lied to you, you know. Do you know which lie I'm talking about?
Not this time.
When I said I wasn't going to like you.
Oh,
You're an infuriating man, Renya Gouto.
Chihiro-san.
Ready? Everyone, listen to me. We can communicate with the command ship out of range. I'm realigning the 3 surveillance satellites to their relay positions. We should be connected soon. However, the satellites have to move outside their preset tracks. They'll enter the gravity well and plummet to Earth. Your connection will only last until they hit the surface. You'll barely have any time to do this. Am I clear?
Thank you.
Honestly, humans can be so irrational. Though, I guess, I might be the most irrational one here. If you actually manage to pull this off, then I expect you all to take responsibility.
Chihiro.
Good luck, big brother. Almost connected. This is your only chance. Initiating communication.
Absolute goat.
You know, like there are some characters in media that are like really cool or too cool or try to be cool and you hate them? This guy is so clean.
So that's what it is, right? Is like there's your I know exactly what you're describing. You're describing like the cold, calculating, rational, and logical character, but logical
Yeah.
to a fault. Right?
Fucking up his nose.
Logical to
Yeah.
a fault, right? The tucking of the glasses is so that they can look down on you, right? He is just speaking fucking objective truths, man. He's just laying it out there. And when it comes down to it, he's gonna ask you, please, hey, can we do this?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to present you with a reasonable option. I'm going to ask for your help. We can do this, we can see it through. And he's like, he's using that like detached attitude to not get overwhelmed by the insane, bonkers, batshit crazy circumstances of this world.
Yeah.
The circumstances of this world are unfathomable in the literal sense of the word. One cannot actually fathom this reality. He's using his ability to handle that. That is dealing with the process, you know, and whatever's left can deal with just people. And he's doing so in a exactly like you said, a direct and straightforward manner that doesn't bring about what often goes hand in hand with this type of character, which is a holier than thou, looking down on you attitude, which in many cases is more than enough for anyone who's dumber than the character, most people, to hate them.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter if what you're saying is right. You annoy me, and you suck.
Yeah.
And that's humans. That's how we go, you know. And then, you know, we to a point where when it comes time to make a story, we'll write that character and then go, yeah, that person turns into a super villain because they think that everyone else is too dumb to be left to their own devices, so I'm gonna rule everybody. You know, like that's 9 times out of 10 where the supervillain comes from, is someone with that attitude. I mean, fuck, Ida is literally like the opposite version of that in this particular context. But as you said, the right word to describe it is clean. Clean.
You can't touch this guy. What
is there to say?
Gouto did nothing wrong. Wait, hold up. Hold up.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought.
Uh-huh.
Gouto did nothing wrong. Nothing.
Clean.
Flawless.
Oh. How about that? Jiro Izumi 2188. The Izumi of 2188 shared an intimate relationship with Professor Morimura. Since Morimura died before she could execute the memory transplant, Izumi carries out her plan of transplanting her memories as Professor Morimura into her clone, Chihiro Morimura.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I forgot who first told us about it, but it does come up somewhere, and I remember we were like, oh, what? They had a thing? Although, the fucking relationship chart for, like... the complications of the relationship chart for everyone to Chihiro is, like... everybody's googly-eyed looking in her direction, you know? Like,
I mean...
Yeah.
I mean...
But, like... I hear you.
Yeah?
I hear you.
Okay. Loud and clear.
But I have a counterpoint. Okay? So, like... yes?
Yeah.
But also...
Look, it's just like when you ask somebody, do you prefer this or that? You can enjoy both.
That's fine. But... like, if there's anything you're looking for on this particular vehicle right here, I'm proud to introduce you to the latest model that features all of that and then some.
Okay. Alright. It's okay, you can have your...
This bad boy, you know?
Slap! Oh, man.
Less mileage.
Wrong! Okay.
The scar on Miura's forehead is the result of Tsukasa Okino's nano machine's adjustment, which restarts the Sentinels that stopped working due to DD-426. Without losing his mind and suffering the effects of DD-426, Miura managed to endure the pain as the data necessary for starting up the Sentinels was completed. Once Okino realizes this, he installs a feature so that the data will spread to anyone who comes into contact with Miura. Hey, you know what's the funnest part about discussing everyone from 2188?
Yeah.
They're adults.
Mm-hmm.
They're not high school kids.
That is good.
So we can have these
great.
conversations.
Some are very adult as well.
Very. Much more adult than others. And ain't nothing wrong with that.
What's up with Shu?
What's up with Shu?
What's up with Shu? When Amiguchi was shot by Megumi Yakushiji up on the rooftop, it activated Sentinel number 20.
That's the name of his spin-off TV show.
What's up with Shu? Prior to this, Amiguchi had already come into contact with Kitaro Miura when he had to carry Miura back to his house after Nenji Ogata's altercation.
Don't act like you didn't like it.
At the shopping
You
district.
liked it.
For that reason, Amiguchi was already affected by the force activation code for Sentinels that Tsukasa Okino embedded into Miura.
Yeah, so they're adding the pathway of the infectious
yeah.
code.
Tsukasa Okino. While the Sentinels couldn't be activated due to the effects of DD-426, Okino got them operational again by creating a code that reconstructed the nanomachines to nullify the effects of DD-426. He then applied the code to Miura, Sentinel number 19, which led to the completion of the Sentinel activation data. Furthermore, he made it so that the completed data would spread to the other pilots as long as they come into contact with Miura.
Yep.
Miura with the dirt.
Again, you gotta get 15 people, or 13 people, 14 people to cross paths with each other. 13 people. Shit, my count is off. Okay, because I'm adding... okay, anyway, you gotta get most of these people to cross paths with each other, but based on the way things go, that's probably going to happen anyway, so we know who they are and what the deal is.
DD-426.
Yeah, I'm just like, so the non-combatants are, the non-combatants are Ida and, well, oh god, no, but then looped versions. Okay, no, never mind.
Yeah.
Tamao, you know, like people that started as real that didn't get the same shake when it came down to becoming a main character.
Yeah.
Like, sorry, you had a real original person, but, like, you just weren't protagonist material.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Kengo. Tamao.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, Yakushichi's dad. There's a couple of them. There's a couple of them.
Nozomu Yetro.
But I just meant, like, of the ones who gave their DNA.
Yeah.
You know, because Tamao gave her DNA, but she just didn't fucking... didn't make the cut. But other characters did. That will remain nameless.
DD-426. In 1945, DD-426 was successfully disabled thanks to Okino's nanomachine reconstruction and Kitaro Miura's effort.
Yeah, so just the breakdown on 426. And it makes perfect sense how it's literally separating nanomachines from your brain, and those things, and you're offloading your memories onto partitions. So, you know, it just, like, the whole process makes perfect sense for the type of trauma it causes. Yeah.
It's a big number.
100%.
Mm-hmm. Hyakupa.
Hyakupa!
Oh, look at that. The whole team.
The final bet. That's a good name.
Bet.
The final bet. So, which is the terminal
that they left open?
Yeah, when there was only 2 left standing, Chihiro gave Gouto one last chance. I guess so. Okay, so just the 2. We have the 2 left, so it's whatever's still around.
Waves, yeah,
we've worked through the most of the game, and she has access to one of them, and that's all it takes to theoretically, you know, make the whole thing go down. We still. So yeah, I guess the crinkle here is that her confidence and her information on the scenario, like, there's no reason to doubt her intelligence, right? She's got a full understanding of things better than anyone else did who had to piece it together from logs. She was literally there. The question is, what is it about the looping process that like made Morimura think? Or who is it that made Morimura think it couldn't be done? Because that created a legitimately real concern that meant, like, you can't stop this. We have to create this world, and we have to survive, and we have to use Aegis. You know? But that's the question, is, like, yeah, where did that very crucial piece of information that set us down this do-or-die path come from? You know? Because we're still operating as if that were the case, while, you know, Mura 88 seems to be like, yeah, this is pointless. We can just do it over, and I can do it better this time. Furthermore, I'm about to kill everybody anyway, so what's killing one person?
Yeah.
If I'm about to reset all this shit and fucking do it clean from scratch the next time, right?
That person was in the WAPE.
Her motives are there needs to be a leader, right? Which almost inherently kind of imply that like the final guy is just like an asshole, but there's not much else to it in a way, because it's like he's trying to exist, and there's no way that he's going to, with that like level of fucking sociopathy, be the person with all the information that can help humanity in this world, right?
Yeah.
That's your fucking Mad King waiting to happen.
Not there to help.
I know more than anybody else about what's going on here, but like he's speaking in fucking Jafar speak, you know. But yeah,
That looks nice. That looks very nice.